welcome once again to the Voice of the Coast. We welcome back to the program Taylor Robison, the Prevention and Education Coordinator for Hearts of Hope, the Sexual Assault and Abuse Advocacy Center, which operates out of Lafayette. You've been here before. We appreciate you coming back in.
Thank you.
Couple of reasons we wanted Taylor to come back in. We recently did a show on an upcoming spaghetti cook-off in the area that is going to be a fundraiser for the Hearts of Hope. Our guests knew a lot about the fundraiser, didn't know too much about your group, and so we wanted to, it's a good time to bring it back and let you talk about it. But more importantly, they mentioned during the show, Hearts of Hope primarily operates out of the Lafayette area and used to have a facility here, and that was regrettable certainly that was lost, but we come back today with the opportunity to announce that's soon going to change, and we're going to have a Hearts of Hope Advocacy Center here in Morgan City. How'd that happen?
Yes, we are very excited about this. This happened, I was at a local event and law enforcement and I were talking about how right now when a victim of sexual assault has to have a forensic interview with our Children's Advocacy Center, or if an adult needs assistance, they have to drive all the way to our Lafayette office. And Lee Dragna overheard the conversation, and he has a building on David Drive that he is letting us use, and he is personally fixing it up for us. So we're hoping by the first of the year, or hopefully earlier, that will be open, but we will keep the public notified.
Awesome. Y'all do basically 3 services, or a lot of services that come under 3 umbrellas. Will you be able to do all 3 here in Morgan City?
We will have our Children's Advocacy Center here, and our Sexual Abuse Response Center will be here, yes.
Okay. Well, let's talk about those. Let's talk about the 3 things, and you keep bringing up the children's advocacy first, so let's talk about that. What happens there?
So when a child is the victim of a sexual assault, instead of re-victimizing them and have them tell their stories multiple times, what happens is law enforcement and DCFS will send a referral, and then our coordinator goes through the referrals and they schedule what's called a forensic interview. And the child is interviewed by someone who is trained to do this in this room with video and audio, and they just kind of talk about what the child has gone through. And it is admissible in court and things of that nature, so that the child does not have to tell multiple people what happened to them. They also do case tracking. They will go to court with the family. They will follow up with the family. Anything the family needs that we can assist with, our advocates help them with.
That's got to be so traumatic, just beyond the assault and having to do the interviews. We see this on TV, of course. I think most people are probably most of their experience with something like a whole sexual abuse case is what you see on the TV shows. And it's portrayed as being extremely traumatic to have to go into the courtroom and confront that assailant and have to defend your actions or non-actions or whatever, however you want to call it. Incredibly delicate. Are children still required in a case like that? Does a child have to get on the stand?
Sometimes they may, but that's what these videos are useful for as well. That way it lessens the probability of that.
Very good. The examinations can take place here in Morgan City as well when that opens?
The forensic interviews? Oh yes, we're going to have a room for forensic interviews, yes. Okay. So law enforcement in St. Mary will no longer have to drive all the way to Lafayette for these interviews to happen. They're going to happen right here in Morgan City.
That is super.
Yes.
Great to hear. Let's talk about the second of these services, the Sexual Abuse Response Center.
Yes, that center is for adult survivors of sexual assault. We can, under the Sexual Assault Survivor Bill of Rights, it's a state statute, you have the right to have a sexual assault advocate present with you when you speak to law enforcement or when you go to the hospital to get an exam done on you. So we go out to those calls, we can assist with protective orders, or if you just need someone to talk to, we're here for that as well, and case tracking. If you would like us to track your case throughout the judicial system, we can do that as well.
Okay, and let's give the website. It is theheartsofhope.org, and there is a 24-hour crisis line that can be called for anyone who needs help, 337-233-7273. So if anybody has been assaulted You call that number, and that immediately gets things going. Are we talking? I tell you what, I'm trying to frame the next question, but we're going to take a break instead.
Okay.
So stay, and that'll give me 2 minutes to think about it. So stay with us. We'll be right back with more Voice of the Coast. Welcome once again to the Voice of the Coast. Taylor Robinson is the Prevention and Education Coordinator for Hearts of Hope. TheHeartsOfHope.org is the website to learn about what they do. We talked about your Child Advocacy Center. What are some of the other things that Hearts of Hope offers?
We have a sexual abuse response center for adult survivors of sexual violence. They can come in, they can sit with our advocate. If they have not reported their sexual violence incident to law enforcement, we can go with them to do that under the Sexual Assault Survivor Bill of Rights in the revised statutes in Louisiana. You have the right to have a sexual assault advocate present with you with law enforcement. We can accompany them to the hospital if they need a sexual assault exam done on them, if they need a protective order, and we also walk with them through the criminal process so that they're not alone.
And people tend to think of this as a women's problem, but sometimes males have to deal with this as well.
Yes, a lot of men and young boys are also survivors of sexual violence, yes.
And you have nurses on site, nurse examiners on site at your Lafayette and your Opelousas office. We have that in Morgan City
So
as
we
well?
only have them on our Lafayette office. We only have one. Her name is Rebecca. She has what's called our Sexual Assault Nurse Response Hope Health Clinic, and that's just in our Lafayette office, yes.
Okay. Will you have that in Morgan City?
No, that will not be in Morgan City. That's just in Lafayette for now.
Okay. So we're getting ready to open out a Morgan City office in a few months, but you've got another program that's getting ready to get going here in town. The, where is it? I wrote it down here. The Women's Care and Comfort Cabinet. Tell us about that.
Yes, so the Women's Care and Comfort Cabinet, we're hoping to have it open sometime in November. And what it is, it's a cabinet of free menstrual products for anyone in the community who may need them. And, you know, watching this, you may think, well, how does this have anything to do with sexual violence? It actually has everything to do with it. Menstrual products are a basic need. I know this is kind of a taboo subject people do not like to talk about, but we have to reframe this issue because for young women and for girls and young women, you cannot control your menstrual cycle happening. And if you do not have your basic needs met, then you become more susceptible to be the victim of sexual exploitation and or violence. You know, a woman may stay in an unsafe situation because she needs her basic needs met. So just like water and food are basic needs, so are menstrual products.
I can't experience, but I can get it because I almost, it feels like a young woman who has this problem of needing these things, there's kind of a confidence level right there. The confidence is not there, and that almost kind of makes you susceptible or kind of look almost into a victim mentality.
So this project actually is coming from the voices of the youth in Morgan City. So I also have the Girl Talk groups here, and a lot of young girls said they did not have menstrual products and were not able to go to school. And then a national survey showed that 1 in 4 teen girls have missed class due to lack of menstrual products, and 1 in 3 women have missed work. And when you're talking about confidence, you know, that week of our lives is miserable. You already can't fit in your clothes, you have a headache, you have cramps, things are happening out of your control, and you still have to go into the normal world and function like you're not hurting. Just having that basic need means so much, and it does prevent violence.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is going to open around the beginning of November?
We're hoping at the end of November.
End of November,
Yes.
okay. And I know you told me off camera, a lot of people to thank for making this happen.
So I would like to start with Shea Hope Domestic Violence Center. They have been a major partner in this. From the very beginning, they agreed to come on and help. Also, Morgan City Police Department, especially Captain John Schaff. As soon as the girls said this was something they needed in the community, I went straight to him to find out who did I need to go to get this approved. He helped me get on the city council agenda. Everyone on the city council, everyone that works for the city, everyone has been amazing. Also, I would like to thank the Morgan City High School carpentry class because they are building the cabinet with their own hands, which makes this even more special.
Okay. We've only got about 30 seconds left or so, but you mentioned the Girl Talk program.
Yes.
Where does that stand right now?
So we have done the session for this year, but if we get our grant renewed, I will start again early next year.
Okay. How will we find out if that's
I
gonna
will
happen?
come on the show and we will broadcast that again.
Okay. Sounds like we got another show coming. I sure
Yes.
hope we do. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next time on The Voice of the Coast. Have a great evening.